on their backs, and it's not a huge pot, but as far as both of these players are concerned, it's everything.
Yeah, they're both low stacked, and they have a history at the table. What comes around goes around. Or is it what goes around comes around? Can Dave Gregory suck out?
I'll tell you what. Oh, and that, it's not a terrible flop for Gregory, because now a 9 would win him this pot in addition to the ace or the king. A pair on board, there'd be 2 counterfeited pairs for Bob Cooper.
He doesn't look happy about it, though, Jesse,
No,
does he?
it's true. He's 2-1 against.
It's an extra 3 cards that can help him.
Good luck.
That was just in the nicotine. And now Bob Cooper only 2 cards away from extinction.
Well,
Good luck. That's all right.
Closer towards the door, and Bob
Well done.
Cooper
See you later.
just never got going for him. A race. Bob Cooper's 3rd race of the day. With the chips all in, and this one came out on the wrong end of the stick. Aces and 8s, the dead man's hand for Robert Cooper.
Pass. Pass.
No, David Gregory has to, any face card here.
and he's got one. They've got to go in, Dave.
Raised all in.
Oh, dear me.
32,000 total.
Well,
What's it more for me?
17 to call.
Oh, cool.
This
Call.
is no fun. This will be no fun for David Gregory at all. He's all in, and little did he know that he would be living and dying on a deuce. But that is the key card here.
he would rather have seen ace-queen turned over, Jesse,
Yeah.
than his king to be dominated like this. But we've seen stranger things, haven't we?
And that's like rubbing salt in the wounds here. Although, it's actually given Gregory a few outs. A 5 now would be a split pot. That was a bad card. The 7's playing now. 4 or 5 for a split. Deuce for the win. And the narrowest of margins, Dave Gregory out in 4th.
Well, that's the tale of poker.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
No, the first of these guys to get to 300,000 is going to have a strong advantage because it'll be like that free shot. And that's the scramble
Raise.
right now.
Raise.
Go on, stick it in.
Raise. 50
Total
more,
is 70,000. And Pyrrhus counting down. Ooh.
Fold.
Well, this must be tempting for Andy Pyra.
Call.
He's called. He may be playing stop and go. If the ace doesn't come, he may just push in.
Well, it's a low flop and it's no good to either of them, and he is pushing them all in. Surely Dave can't call this. He's got no draw. He's got no nothing.
This is a great play. This is a great play.
I love the speed with which he did it as well.
Is there any way Garbots could work out he's ahead? It seems impossible.
Fold.
It's something that Greg Raymer talked about as the new, and Chris Ferguson as well, as the new style of Hold'em. You're mentally committed to put all your chips in the pot, if an ace doesn't come, if you suspect that the razor might have an ace, and it might be what Andy was thinking about.
Andy might have been in big trouble if a king came in that occasion.
Oh, yeah.
He certainly would have been. But again, Andy Pyra shows that of the 3 remaining players at the table, he's the one who's willing to put his chips in the middle, all of his chips in the middle regularly. And the other 2 must be sitting there thinking, this man has courage.
I mean, that pot, a huge swing for Andy Pyra. He just picked up 70,000 from his opponent with the worst hand and without having to turn his cards over. If he had re-raised before the flop, he would have found himself having to c5.
Andy's called here. Ace-6 off suit. No raise. Well, that's a hand you want to see a flop with, isn't it, Jesse? Jack-10 off suit.
Sure is. Pyra just played this exact same situation with a Jack-6. He's really mixing it up.
And I can't remember the number of times both players have missed the flop. It's happened again.
Yeah. Garbots must be stunned. All he did was make a raise with King 10. He's found his chips disintegrated away. That's not the strongest bet in the world.
30,000.
Raise.
Oh, jeez. There is a steamroller on this table named Andy Pyra.
60 total.
But is Dave Pot committed? Is he going to have to call anyway? How many chips has he got left?
Piranha is loose.
No, I think Dave will lay this down.
Wait,
It's a huge pot.
he's got nothing.
Kill me after.
Fold.
Garbots has played some brilliant poker tonight. The last 2 hands, he's just been flat out outplayed, Norman. I mean, there's nothing else, but he's been outplayed here.
Hands, please, guys. 10, 20.
In Vegas, actually, if you die while you're in a hand, you're considered all in. it's a rule that had to be dealt with. But
Only in America. What if you win? Does it go to your nearest and dearest?
Fold.
Go on, say it.
Raise.
well, Ken will be willing to go all in with that for sure. It figures to be the best hand. We'll just hope he hasn't gotten unlucky. Ooh.
Maybe he has.
Call.
Without hesitation, Pyra calls, so we have the situation.
Don't know what Andy's thinking here. If he misses, will he still be committed?
Well, last time he shoved them all in when he missed the flop.
Ken has to go all in.
I'm all in.
All in.
He cannot leave him behind.
Does Andy believe him? How much is it for Andy to call? That's what he needs to know. He's already got quite a lot of chips in the pot. He may feel he has to call.
108 all in.
108.
This is a big decision. It all seems so easy when you can see the cards.
I know, that's why we're sitting here and they're sitting there, Jesse.
Whoa.
I think I'm seriously the best poker player that ever walked this earth.
Well,
now.
Ken has consistently shown the bluff all night long, and yet the players still fold to him.
I'll go to the toilet a minute, please.
Well, Andy Pyra's there. He's still chip leader apart, even though he lost that pot. But Ken Broad now is handily placed, and Dave Garbutt, he's got to do something soon.
Notice Andy Pyra, he's pointing out a question to the players right when it's their turn, when the action's on them. There's something that a lot of players, Tony G, Daniel Negreanu, they all do that. When someone speaks to you right when the action's on you, it gets very hard to answer in such a way that it doesn't give some indication of your hand.
Yeah, and I think that's especially true